Hey, y'all. I'm back with a quick video of something that came to mind today. I've been listening to a little music and listening to some other things that kind of gets me thinking. I'm always thinking. So today's video is called Voice in Your Head, right? And I think it's a good topic. Well, I know it's a good topic. I don't think it's a good topic. Just my perspective, the different things we as spiritual individuals, we as living beings encounter and go through, whether we're present enough to understand it or understand it or not, is happening, right? So I just said let's do a little video to help some people out that's wondering how to control and maintain this voice in their head. And it sounds crazy, right? But what's crazy is if you don't think that it's a voice happening in your head, or if you don't hear somebody outside of you saying something or thinking something, or you're hearing thoughts that you don't understand where they're coming from or why. So as usual, subscribe, like, and share, guys. I'm going to start with an affirmation on my channel for protection, not just for me and my family, but for those that are watching, which you guys are my family as well if you're watching, because that means I want to know some things, right? So we're going to start. I am calling upon my divine elemental ancestors, fire, earth, air, water, spirit, divine mother, wisdom, divine father, protection. Shield me and grant lessons learned solely through the greatest joys, peace, and abundance to myself, my children, Mother Tiamat, divine feminine, masculine, the innocence, the just, divine unions, those animal, newborn, and elder, aquatic, insect, and plant family, to live life fulfilling my dharma with infinite inner love, peace, respect, loyalty, great health, and wealth now. And so it is, so be it, make it so. So yes, I'm going to try to do this video like not long. Because a lot of people that know me know, like when I start talking, and I've been told that I should write some of the things I want to say down, which I'm going to try today. But usually, to be honest, everything you heard up until now is just literally just coming out, which is why, it's not like pre-edited. When I record it, I send it straight to y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not crapping nothing now. But listen, neither here nor there. So the video is called Voice in Your Head. And the point is, a lot of people, we don't realize how much control this voice in our head has. And we don't realize how we have to get in control of this voice that's talking and telling us what to do, when to do, and how to do in our head. Because if you don't have control over it, then that voice is controlling you, which is why we kind of probably see a lot of crazy things happening and we like, wow, well, what made them do that, or why would they do that, or how did they do that? But we never really sat and thought that some people really are listening and taking heed to these voices that's in their head. And I'm not just like, it's not even I don't want to say like it's a voice that's like always, it's not like a voice that's always telling you to do something crazy. This voice though is making you think crazy most of the time. We're going to talk about the negative aspects of the voice first. Let's go there. So with the negative aspect, it's telling you certain thoughts. It's bringing up certain memories of past situations and bringing them into your future situation, making you assume that what's happening in your future is about to repeat itself from the past. Those thoughts are very deceiving. They're very controlling. And if you don't control it and know how to put it on a back burner, it can take the lead. And it can end up having you in a situation that you may or may not be able to get out of. So do you realize how much the voice in your head is weighing you down, how loud it is and how demanding it is, and how it's, at times it's pushing you to do and say things that you really didn't even want to say at that time of moment? The voice plays on your emotional and physical body because it wants to constantly be reminded who is in control. And again, it goes back to, if you're not controlling it, and being in control is knowing right from wrong, knowing that even though that voice came up, I'm not about to do that, yo. Shut up. like it is what it is. We allow America to demonize you maybe hearing things or seeing things, and they're telling you you're something, so you don't want to admit to these things because you don't want to be labeled, right? But the whole time what I'm learning is most of these labels and these downplays that America had gave us on things, they really mean something. It don't really mean what they're telling you it means. What they're trying to do is trying to not let you take control of it, because if you take control of some of these things you're encountering or going through, it might make you more powerful than they looking for you to be. I'm just gonna let you know that. Point blank period. I don't go there what nobody say. Okay? Yes, there are people that they call schizophrenic. It is people that they say that have mental breakdown. All that is real. But what's more real is that once you tap into some of these psychologists or tap into some of these mental institutions, it only makes it worse because of the medications they're giving you to try to control what's trying to control you. When the main thing is you getting control of it. Okay? So now you going to these doctors' offices and they giving you all this medicine that's now making you dizzy, making you woozy, making you really see some things or overthink some things, or now really just making you sleep all day, crashing your body down where now you're not even living life. You're not even you. You're not capable of being you, because that's what that medication is meant to do. And it's also meant to make you not push into your higher self or go explore what is these doors really trying to show me? What is these doors really trying to tell me? Like, what's really going on, right? And I get it. I understand, like, some people really not comfortable with speaking to certain people, telling them certain things, because, again, we worried about being judged. We worried about being labeled. And those labels and those judgments, baby, they don't mean nothing. Like, they mean something because you make them mean something. But when you sketch that all out, when you really don't care and you know who you are and you know ain't nothing crazy about you, that don't mean nothing. Come on. We talking about a world of people that barely know themselves about to tell you about yourself. A world of people that barely knows themselves. We about to about yourself. Is we really gonna do that? We have been, though. We have been. A lot of people don't even realize that they aren't even in control of their own life and haven't been for a long time. A long time. Entertaining a voice in your head, if the voice in your head isn't positive, like if it doesn't come in love, it doesn't come in peace, it doesn't come in respect, it might be now time to stop entertaining it and sit back and actually take some accountability for what you're hearing and interpret it in what best fits you. Basically, these voices that you're hearing or these downplay that you're hearing about yourself, you first need to sit back and ask yourself, why is this even coming up? Why is this even a thought? Why am I having this thought? Who asked for this thought? like what? And really boss up and get in your God mode. You know what I'm saying? And let them know, not over here. Not this door over here. I'm good. Thanks for sharing. Listen, thanks for sharing. Y'all better listen. Y'all listen. Y'all better know how to get in control of who you are. We so banked and so big on trying to control everything around us, but we yet to realize we really got control of ourselves. You got to take control of you before you talk about taking control of these relationships and these jobs and these situationships and these friends and these family members. What about you? We fight in battles outside of ourselves, and we are not taking accountability for the battle that we all are having within ourselves. Point blank period. Point blank period. Sometimes the voice, again, is a revenge. It's a disgust with yourself. It's blaming everybody else for doing something to you or not doing something for you. It's a voice telling you to get even, get them before they get you. Those, now if that's you, though, you still need to put a handle on that. Because baby, what you reap, you sow, and what you sow, you will reap. So if you out here seeking revenge, you can't be upset when revenge come knocking back like, hey, you sent me a return, right? You can't get upset. The voice that blames everyone else but themselves. The voice in your head is taking you round and round in the same circle called life. And it can't and won't get any better. That's what the voice keeps telling you. This is what it is. This is how I gotta live. This is all I ever saw, right? You can't do no better. That voice, I want you to understand what voice I'm talking about. That voice is telling you, when you say you want to do A, and voice tell you, no, you gonna do B. Or when you tell yourself, oh, I'm getting this done, and that voice say, no, you ain't. Yeah. That's your ego. Okay? Some of that is your ego. And the ego don't like not being in control. The ego don't like not being in control. We didn't put the ego in control for a long time because that ego is what we use to put those guards up, those walls up. Those egos is what that ego is what we use to protect ourselves. So we do it. But we never really went back to talk to the ego because now they ran with that protection. They just trying to protect you from everything. The ego trying to protect you even from what's good for you. You don't even realize that. You didn't build the ego up so high that he wanted to take over you. It's want to take over you now. Now the ego say, what I say is right is right. What I say is wrong and wrong. Matter what you saw. It's matter what you used to. And what I see is the ego lives in the past. The ego deals a lot in the past of our journeys, in the past of situations and outcomes that we've already lived. And the ego won't really allow us to live and see a new outcome or have a new situation. That's bad. That's bad. It's like, how can you let go of the past when you bring in the pain with you? The ego said, nah, we did this. We ain't doing that again. Nah, what? Hold up. Every path you decided, a choice you decided for yourself, whether the outcome was good or bad, you have to take accountability that you wanted to go down that path. Point blank, period. One thing we know in life as we get older is everything does not work out in the aspect of how we see it to work out. And when it don't work out, we got to be okay with that. We got to be okay with that. Pull our big boy pants back up and be like, all right, it didn't work out, but I tried it. Next, right? Next. We next everything in life. We next everything. Everything we try, if it doesn't serve us, we next it. We carry on. We carry on. But we don't realize how strong that ego and that voice in our head ain't trying to carry on. They trying to live there. They trying to stay on that path that you already accomplished. It didn't work out for you on. They trying to stay there and show you and bury you in that. They trying to bury you in that path. Like, nah, you took me through this. We ain't getting out of this. You know what I'm saying? Nah, ego. You better let ego know who in charge. You better let the ego know who is in charge. The voice in your head is taking you round and round in the same circle called life. There are many ways to get a balance and a grip of that voice, though. The first way to get a grip and a balance is just to distinguish, is what I'm hearing, is what I'm interpreting. Is that me? Is that of me? Is it going to serve me? Is it going to make my life better or is it going to make my life worse? Is it going to make the situation that's coming out for this voice, is it going to make the situation a good outcome or is it going to make it an outcome that I'm going to have to fight to get out of, right? You always have to distinguish first, what am I hearing? Why am I hearing? And is it going to benefit me for my good, though? For your good. You say you want the best for yourself. So everything you think about has to be in the form of what's best for you. Point blank, period. Now, if you're looking for the worst, then there you go. Nothing more to say. That's it. That's all right there. Another way is self-help books for growth and development of self. Books, again, I showed y'all a few in one of my old videos. Like I said, I have a lot of books, but just books of how to love yourself, how to cater to yourself, how to control yourself, how to be in control of yourself. Books on self-discovery. Books on your heritage. Books of who you are, what type of gifts you may or may not carry. Sometimes, if you look into different gifts, when I say things like that, like being an empath, being intuitive, being, let's just say, a reader where you can read people's energy. You can see a person's life flash before your eyes. Those are all gifts. Like, somebody will try to tell you that something about that is crazy, but again, if you know you ain't crazy, ain't been crazy, ain't no way you just don't start going crazy now. right? A lot of you sit and you say that you are one of God's children. God is your father, right? That's what y'all say. So do you not think that you have the same gifts that your God have? Do that make you crazy because you may have the same gifts or offer the same what am I looking for? Just offer the same understanding for people and who you are. Because all those names in the Bible are just regular people like you and me. You could replace Joseph with Ashley. You could replace Paul with Jonathan. They me and you. You know what I'm saying? So the same gifts that you read in all these names of these different people have in the Bible, they could be you. Okay? Let me let you know that before you think you're going crazy or want to get. And yes, it is something you're going to have to understand and get tame and understand. But it's a beautiful thing when you know how to take charge of who you are. Don't get it fucked up now. Don't get it fucked up. You could do a journal. You could start writing out some of the things that's coming to your mind, expressing yourself. How does these doors make you feel? How do they make you interact? How do they change your mood up? Read back on that journal after you write down and see what resonate, what you want to keep and work on, and what you want to just affirm and pray to get off of you. Your words are powerful. So if you don't want to have your mindset or your intuitions or things coming to you a certain way, call it out, dissipate it, let it go. Let the universe know that you no longer want to carry that aspect of this gift or of these thoughts. You can release that. That's all up to you. Another way is a change of your mindset. Again, do not allow people to call you crazy. Point blank period. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. You're not wrong for not even expressing to certain people how you think, how you move, and what might be going on. If you think they're going to label you or look at you wrong or judge you. To be honest, though, if you got so many people around you and you start speaking your truth, because that's just your truth or what you hold and what you don't hold or what you may be able to touch on and not, right? If people start not wanting to be around you or judging you anyway, I don't really see nothing wrong with that. Just letting you know who you can trust and who you can't. Point blank period. One thing I'm really big on is it says come as you are in the Bible. In the Bible. It says come as you are. A lot of us don't come as we are. A lot of us are putting on a facade for different groups of people. We get around people and we can't talk a certain way. We can't say a certain thing. We can't question or ask certain questions as if we would another group of people. That's not you coming as you are. And that's why when you go around certain people, they say, oh, she acting weird or she acting different or she acting fake. And in retrospect, you would be. Whether you understand it or not, to come as you are don't change. That's who you are. It don't change no matter who you around, no matter who you meet. It don't matter who come along. It doesn't matter their profession either. Point blank period. Again, even the professions is another title. You giving somebody too much honor. But I ain't gonna go there with y'all right now. I ain't gonna go there with y'all. But yeah. Another way is, positive affirmations, positive prayer. If you don't like a lot of the things that's coming across your mind, again, pray it away. Pray it away. And I'm not talking about praying and begging. I ain't talking about, oh, God, please don't. Oh, God, please. No, that's begging. That's begging. To affirm something is to know that when I speak these things, it's over. It's done. To affirm something is to say, this is what it is, and this is what it's going to be. Okay? When you go to God or your higher power or whoever you call on in your time of need or in your time of adding more faith to what you want to happen or not happen for yourself, you have to affirm it, baby. I'm talking about speak it as if it's already had happened. Speak it as if it's already happening. Okay? And at the end, give gratitude. Gratitude is saying thank you for what is happening. Thank you for what's about to happen. Okay? They taught us how to pray wrong too. Okay? We're supposed to be giving gratitude. We're supposed to be happy, smiling, upbeat when we're affirming, praying, and asking for things to come into our world. We're not supposed to be begging, crying. Well, you can cry. Crying is good, but crying with gratitude. Crying, oh, yes, thank you. I'm grateful for that $30,000 million. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to affirm it. And that's why it play on our mind, and it's so hard because we've been so used to living this make-believe world that it's hard for us to make believe that we can affirm some stuff to change and make possible for our life. But it's possible. Trust and believe that. It's possible. It's possible. You got to be in charge of uplifting yourself at all times of the day. You have to be in charge of uplifting yourself. Okay? I don't care what's going on. And some would say that that's crazy because now what they would say, you're talking to yourself, right? But I'd rather talk to my damn self than talk to somebody else that don't understand themselves. Okay? We putting too much power into people. We got to put that power in ourselves, baby. Uplifting yourself. I am love. I'm going to have a great day today. No weapon formed against me will prosper. I'm going to get this job. This job is mine. I'm it. I'm her. You understand what I'm saying? You got to uplift yourself. That's why so many people get angry and so many people get upset and so many people be ready to fight when somebody says something that doesn't uplift them. That means you're giving them too much power. Why would what they saying make you feel less than who you are when you know who you are? Some of these people don't even know who they are. You getting upset with them telling you who you are. Your first response should be, well, who are you? Who you? Oh, I'm who? Who? We ain't talking about no birth certificate name. Who are you? What do you hold? What's your gifts? We ain't talking about these man-made words that, when you are in control of you, it's nothing nobody can say to you. You might can show them something, though, as soon as they start talking. As soon as they start talking, though, you can show them something probably. But, again, you have to uplift yourself. You have to switch out those thoughts that's coming along that's telling you things you don't want to hear at that moment or trying to get you to do or say things that you know was inappropriate at that moment. You have to be able to talk, whether out loud or to yourself or in your head. No, that ain't happening. No, I'm good. Thank you for sharing. One of the main things you should always say when something doesn't resonate with you or thought doesn't resonate with you, thank you for sharing. I'm not interested. Say it. Say it. The more you say it, the more those thoughts will dissipate. The more they will dissipate. Because once you're not in agreement with it, now it's going to send something new. It's going to have to send something new. Because you ain't accepting that. Now remember, when you are in charge, you say what you accept and what you reject. When you're not in charge, you accept whatever coming along. Any thoughts coming along. That's why we seeing people out here following their thoughts. I don't know why that it was something in my... And it really was. Don't get it. And that don't make them crazy. It just makes them not in control of who they are. Which, again, a lot of us are not. Social media helps with that. And that's actually the next on the list is taking a break from social media. Taking a break from these TikTok, social media, Facebook. Anything that's taking up your mind and putting thoughts in your head. Social media plays a whole role in creating who you are. Whether you realize it or not. You wait to see a picture of somebody and say, oh, I think I want to do that too. Oh, I think I should try that too. Oh, she said that. That's you not being in control of your thoughts, honey. That's you not even being in control of you. Why do it matter what somebody else doing and make you want to do it too? Especially if it's not serving you. If it's not going to make you feel proud of yourself or more better or... You know, it's nothing wrong with trying new things. Granted, we learn how to try new things from seeing other people to a certain extent, though. To a certain extent. I'm talking about, we got people out here that really allows social media to control their who, what, when, where, and why. You understand? A person can't tell you nothing outside of what's put on the news and what's on all these reality shows. And let me tell you something about these reality shows. It ain't your reality. But a lot of y'all make them your reality by thinking that the shit that y'all see is okay for you to do. You see a man treating a woman that way, a lot of men think they want to treat their woman that way. A woman, y'all see women talking about all this with the men. A lot of y'all think, oh, I'm about to do that too. This thing ain't nothing. No, that's you not having control. You lost control somewhere. You done lost control somewhere, because that's not reality. That's not reality. In and out of jail, fighting men, flattening tires, busting women. Busting women up, busting windows, men stalking, pulling out guns. That's not reality. Because when you do those things in your reality, you're really going to jail. Okay? You're really going to do time. You're really going to have a felony. You're really going to get into something that you just can't get out of. So that stop making these reality TV shows your reality, because it ain't. It ain't. But then now, if you wanted to, just be okay with the reality results. Okay? Because every action has a reaction. And a lot of y'all know the law. And when you're doing some unlawful things, it's going to be some lawful consequences. Okay? Now, you ready to go to jail and even all that, that's on you. But let me tell you something. Once you get up into this system called jail, you're no longer free. If you first, you're not no longer free. And if you don't know what it is to be property of the states, baby, that's what you will be. Property of the United States of America. Property of the United States of America. And that's hard to get loose from. So if you don't know what a slave was, or you think that, oh, I wasn't here with slavery, go into that jail system, baby, because that's making yourself a slave. When you can dismiss all that, you can be in control of all that. The voice in your head only exists because you believe it is helping you. You believe it knows what's best for you, but you forgot that the only one that could decide what's best for you and how your story ends is you. You then gave this voice too much control over you, and you now you fear taking back control because you feel like you don't know what to do with yourself now. But can you try? Can you try? Can you try to take back control and just see what you can do with yourself? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm going to let you know something. You're very special once you gain control and you present and aware of just how powerful you are as an individual. Just how powerful you are as a person. That it's going to do something for you. That I can promise you. But again, please don't get it messed up or assume that we're all not dealing with, or we all don't have these different situations with voices, with our intuitive or our intuition coming forward and telling us things and trying to save us for things. Even a voice that pops up and tell you to play the lottery, honey, that's a voice. It is. Point blank, period. Please don't get it confused and think that you're crazy, you're doled off, or somebody's psycho, because ain't nothing psycho about me. Okay? You understand me? And I'm talking to those that are in fear for speaking up and just knowing that clearly it's something special about you. God is trying to talk to you, through you, with you, and for you. But you have to be able to decipher your lower self from your higher self. Your God talking to you and your enemy talking to you, because it's two. You got that good side, you got that evil side. You got to know when to cut the evil side out if you don't know how to balance it out. You cannot cut. One thing you can't do, you can't deplete it. It's not, you can't lose it forever. You know how to balance it because that's the God within you. You know what's good for you. You know what's going to work for you. And whether it comes and it can do you some good, let it do you some good. But if it can't, learn to leave it alone. Learn to leave it alone. And again, like I was saying, it doesn't make you less of a person. And you're not crazy. You're not crazy, honey. You're more sane than you ever been. And again, this is the year of the no. This is a year of Aquarius. So if you don't know, you're going to find out some things this year. And a lot of things that you didn't know, it might scare you. And it's only going to scare you because you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. So before you run into these hospitals and these doctors' offices, try to hit up people that understand spirituality. Try to hit up people that's in this field of knowing what type of gifts we carry as spiritual beings. You'll be surprised to know that you're very sane and you may be very, very gifted. But again, you have to learn the balance of it all. Everything in this world has balance. Your ignorance has balance. That's going to run out. It runs out. That guard is going to run out. Everything you're putting up to hide your true you is going to run out. You're going to be forced to face you. And I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. So stop being scared to be you. Stop being scared to love you. And stop being scared to admit to things that's different from other people that's different that's around you. You're different. You are who you are. You're one. You're one of a kind. Stop thinking you're everybody like everybody else. Stop trying to put yourself in a category like everybody else. And stop trying to align your spirit and your mind with everybody else. Yours don't align. And that's okay. That's what makes you human, a living being. I'm sorry. That's what makes you a living being. Okay? You came here to have an experience. You better make the best out of that experience. You better tap into all these other experiences you having that you're trying to drink away, smoke away, or sleep away, or do any drug to keep you away from yourself. You better live. There's one life. Life is long. Stop letting people tell you our life is short. Life is very long, but it's only as long as you allow it to be. As long as you see it fit for you to be. Okay? That's it, guys. And it still went longer than I wanted it to go, but hopefully it reaches somebody in time and just help us understand that we are spiritual beings. We are gifted. We are divine. You hear me? We are divine. Okay? We carry the gifts of the supreme being, the high source out here. A lot of us do, and a lot of us don't. A lot of us don't. Try to resonate and put yourself in a circle of a lot of people that do what you do, think like you think, and you can talk about anything too. We got to be willing to change. Everything around us change. You got to be willing to make a change too. You guys, you have a great evening on purpose with purpose. Stay present, stay patient, stay positive, and be bad. Stay true to you. Okay? Subscribe, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Stay in bliss, guys.